Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline Steiner from Designer Consulting Co-op, and welcome to a Facebook Live. Today I want to talk about how to align with influencers to grow your business and your following. Ah! Um, I have a bit of a hoarse voice, so excuse me on that one. So I have been listening to a ton of podcasts, going to events, and found some really amazing specialness to share with you. And that is how to align with influencers in a not so typical way, in a way that you probably aren't even thinking about. So many of us think that we need a publicist to grow our social media, to get onto podcasts, to end up in magazines, that sort of thing. Well, you don't. You don't actually need them. And if you are looking for someone to help you with this, I would recommend you to Amanda Berlin. So it's amandaberlin.com, and she could definitely help you with your biz. But I wanted to just talk to you about some of the things I learned. So if you're I want you to think about maybe 3 to 5 influencers that you think would be ideal for your business. Like really, really push it forward. Like really like long haul stretch. Then I want you to think about how you could start interacting with them. So Instagram tends to be a place where people are still managing themselves. So Facebook, you might hire a Facebook manager, even Pinterest, which isn't really a way to connect per se. But Instagram, celebrities are still running their Instagram ads or Instagram feeds. And same with influencers. So 100,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 2 million followers. They tend to still be doing their Instagram. Whatever the case is, I want you to start interacting with some of the 3 to 5 people that you find to be really like a stretch goal for your business. So I'm going to bring up a client of mine that does plus size clothing and something that I had kind of shared with her. I basically said, if you are looking for influencers, find 3 to 5 plus size influencers that you would love to dress that align with your customer and your client avatar. So who sort of dresses the way that your style is. Once you figure that out, then I want you to start engaging with them. So if you see them posting, leave comments, add things that are helpful, but not like in a pushy way, but more of like, I love this. Oh, that color is so great. Like I'm not sure. Just basically like finding ways to interact. And you can see how other people are interacting and if there's responses. Also like, where did you get those? Or asking them questions back to have them answer you. I remember back in the day, Kelly Catrone responded to something of mine on Instagram and I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, Kelly Catrone knows who I am. She doesn't, but she responded to an Instagram post and I was like even more hooked into loving her. So you will start to just engage. And then what you could do is sometimes you could send a direct message or, start to converse with them. And you might ask them, you might say like, hey, I've got this clothing line. I love your style. And I'm just wondering, like, do you love navy blue? Or I'm like between these colors and like, would you be willing to give me any feedback? And you could kind of start to engage with them where you're giving something, but you're also, they're going to remember you. And then as you create this rapport, some people will answer you, some people will not. The ones that answer you, potentially, you could then just, start chatting. And then you might chat about, I've got this line. Or if you're commenting enough on their posts, they might actually click on you and see who you are. So I just want you to start thinking about how you could actually develop real relationships with some people on the internet. Now, it might not be Beyonce or Kim Kardashian or, even Chrissy Teigen that are really going to maybe respond to you as much. And you don't want to act like a stalker or creepy, but why don't you try how about this? How about you try for some smaller influencers? Like, in the 5-figure range, like 50,000 followers. So not necessarily doing something that is like 100,000, 200,000 where it starts to get really, really big. 10, 15,000, I don't really necessarily think that that's ideal, but you could, because if they're growing, they're growing. And so just visibility. So just interacting with them, liking them, being normal as if you were normal with a friend, and that you kind of pop up in their feed. See how that works. See how you can start just kind of organically commenting. And if you ever feel like you want to direct message them about a question, you can be like, you were so my ideal target customer. Like, like I said, I'm really pulled between deciding between this and this. Would you ever be willing to give me like feedback on that? Because I just think that your style is so awesome. I mean, tell them how awesome they are, or comment on, that was like a really great post, or I read your blog and it was really incredible. I really liked how you said blah, blah, blah. So remember, they get a lot of spam. They get a lot of weirdos. Try not to be weird, but see how you can connect, and then how you can then relate to them and connect with them. Then what will happen is you get the ask without the ask. So if they're aware of you, it may organically go into, oh, I love your stuff. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, tell me about your line. And then you could start explaining to them what your line is and be like, I'd love to get you like some samples, like if you're ever interested in wearing my stuff. And then that's sort of where the relationship has turned into. And you could be like, oh, can I send you stuff? Like, I love it. But you may not go right away and say, like them for a few days and then write them an email and say like, hey, can I send you a package and have you post about it? That might not be exactly how you start the relationship. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful, and leave a comment below if there is anything that you've done that's similar that you could kind of share advice. And then let me know also, who would be your like ideal person? Like if you could pick a person that really was reachable to post. Again, let's not say a Kim Kardashian or Beyonce, because they sell these spots on their Instagrams. But if you really could think about this and think like, this would be awesome if this person talked about my business, who would that be? All right. Thanks for joining. Make sure to comment below on any of those questions, subscribe, share, like this page, and let me know if you ever do need anything. Go ahead and leave a message or a comment. Okay. Talk to you all soon.